Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, folks, let's get into the charts on this Tuesday, April 30th, 2013. Right now, the markets are basically on the flat line. You can see we were retesting the double, triple top up here at around the 159.70 level, but we again got slammed back down. And this tells me that there's some big player that is selling right into that pivot point. All right, and the reason why I know that is, number one, yesterday we hit that same level and sold off into the close. Today, again, it was even more dramatic. You took a big swipe to the downside, coming all the way back into the 50 MA. Now, the interesting factor of all of this, you might say, well, again, we're hitting that high, but technically, none of the last 2 days have ever actually breached the high set on the 11th of April. So none of them have actually taken out that high, which was 159.71. Again, that's 159.71. Today's high was 159.67. It came within about 4 cents. All right, yesterday again did not even take out that. We actually made a higher high today than yesterday, but again, yesterday obviously didn't take out that previous high either. All right, so that's number one. Now I'm curious to see where this goes into the close. Can they float this thing back up a little bit, or are we going to start to make a bearish pattern? Usually wide range bars like this are slightly bearish, but with the light volume today, it's hard to know if that's going to really be a significant factor. Okay, was that just one seller dumping out, or was it something bigger trying to keep this market from breaking out to the upside? All right, a couple other things to go over. We see some large cap tech really performing well today. And again, yesterday Apple had a river theory on it, which I'll go over in a second. But overall, the Nasdaq is up 15 points, which is almost 0.5%, while the Dow is down slightly and the S&P is up slightly. So again, the Nasdaq tech sector is definitely leading today, and you're even seeing bounces in likes of Amazon. All right, now Amazon's been crushed the last few days, but today Amazon bouncing up $3.75 here. Take a look at the daily chart. Daily chart closed below the 200. But again, for those of you that know the proprietary methodology here, it never confirmed. All right, without confirmation, you never trust a breakpoint there. Now, I do think on bounces, if you get the right PPT setup, you do end up doing a beautiful short on it and making money. But obviously, the setup has to form first. And for those of you that are members, you know exactly what we're looking for there: price, pattern, and time. All right, so I'll be waiting very patiently on that. Another stock, as I said before, that was performing well today is Apple. Apple, beautiful river theory, gapped above the 420 level yesterday and the 20 MA. That's a big time river theory. Comes up right underneath the 50 yesterday, closes. You get another river theory today above the 50. This is a great short-term short squeeze on Apple. All right, now the big question here is, where is it going to stop? My projections are showing this trend line right here is a good probability. So it could trade up just a little bit more into this area over the next few days, and that level would be right around the 457, 456 area. Plus, there's a gap fill right here as well, just above that. So you're going to get into a lot of resistance right up in this range, and I would expect a pullback off of that point. All right. So just keep a close eye on that. A couple other stocks making moves today. We have Google up about $5. That stock continues to grind higher. Talked about this yesterday with a high probability of heading back to this double top, which will be resistance. Could even go through it, but we'll reevaluate it once it gets to that point. Now, another factor here, and this is kind of what's interesting about this market, right? So yesterday, for those of you that listened to my video, I talked about how JPM underperformed the market yesterday. The market had a nice rally yesterday, and JPM ended the day basically flat. All right, so today, early in the day, JPM was very, very strong. But look at JP Morgan now, folks. Again, if we go to the chart, I mean, look at this chart. It's almost near the lows of the day. JPM is negative, and it is underperforming. Not by much today, but it is underperforming the market. So I look at JPM as a leading indicator, and it should be monitored here very, very closely to see if it continues to give us negative readings out of this market. And again, right now the market seems to be getting carried by the tech sector, but also by oil stocks and other stocks as well, like IBM. IBM, again, today is having a strong move. It's interesting with IBM. IBM was down earlier today, pretty significantly, down over $1, right into the 50 moving average. And then they announced a share repurchase program for the company and an increase in the dividend. And it was so interesting how companies that can't grow organically, they're the ones that will, increase dividends to try to coax buyers back to them and different things like that. Like share buybacks. So, overall, history has shown us that it really doesn't work long term, but obviously in the short term, it is working. And IBM is up about $2 today. The chart on IBM, I was thinking you'd probably stop at the 200 right here and pull back, but this is making a charge. There is a chance it could go up all the way to the 20 before seeing a significant pullback. So, again, just so you're aware on that chart of IBM. Very cool chart there. Okay, a couple other stocks out there to go over. Exxon. Exxon's trading up slightly today, or that's the Exxon chart there. Here you can see it was pretty low after the ugly sell-off yesterday, but it's come back dramatically. Never got to the highs, though. So you can look at that as a slightly weak indicator, even though it is trading up nicely on the day. A couple other stocks to look at. Chevron. All right, now Chevron has come off the lows just like Exxon, and this stock is actually retested. And if you take the high pivot from yesterday, it actually did take out that high, so it made a higher high, which is short-term bullish. Okay? A couple other stocks to look at. OXY. I'm keeping a very close eye on this one. This one has a nice tail on the chart. Broke through this high. Most amateurs would think that's a key level, but in fact, this is really the level I'm looking at right up here. Once you get to about the 92 level, I think that's where you start to get interested on the short side of OXY. Dominion's another one that's having a great move today, up 40 more cents. Look at this chart. Ridiculous chart of these oils. Some of these oil plays have just gone parabolic, and then you can look at some of the gas plays, which has just been stalling pretty dramatically. Coal plays, except for the last few days, have been under insane pressure in 2013. In fact, coal plays today are doing pretty well. Take a look at CLF, up 39 cents, but look at the chart in 2013. So, I mean, it's getting a bounce, but it's been crushed. Walter Energy's another one, WLT, having a bounce today, up 50 cents, but look at this chart. Was $40 and it's now, I mean, that's just a couple months ago. Now it's $17 and change. So pretty ugly decline on that. Okay. Let me just see if there's anything else here to go over. BlackBerry's having a nice day, up 82 cents. Not a bad move there. Take a look at Deere, folks. I think Deere's an interesting one, up 44 cents off the highs of the day today. But one thing to note is that you're running into major resistance. I pointed this out yesterday, and look at this. Okay, so it pierces that level and then is pulled back underneath currently. That's very, very significant in terms of charting. All right, that's a major resistance right here. And believe it or not, if we get up to this point, this is another major resistance at gap fill right there. All right, so there's a lot of resistance coming in on Deere. I wouldn't mind seeing it get up to that upper range and then possibly pulling the trigger on a short. But again, for those members that are with us, obviously I'll give you the premium alerts, time-stamped. You guys get in right as I get in, basically, and we just rock it from there. Okay? So that's what we're going on, what's going on in the markets today. Flattish day, technology leading the charge. JPM is giving a possible warning signal out there, so we have to be kind of aware. The VXX, which is the volatility index as well. Take a look at this on the VXX. All right, VXX today is only down 8 cents. So the market is basically back to the highs, right? We just tested the highs again this morning or midday or so. But the VXX hasn't come down anymore, and it hasn't retested the lows. Even though the market's gone vertical the last few days, VXX is actually holding sideways. Now, is that a warning signal as well? Well, it's something we're going to have to find out. Bottom line is, over 140% winning percentage, net percentage win in the research center this year. That's just in 4 months, folks. 4 months, 140%. Insane. Okay, and again, just by joining the research center, that's all you have to do there. Take the research center free trial, 7-day free trial. Join us, see what it's all about. Make money just like every other member here has made it all year long. And that's, again, we'll just continue to use the methodology to dictate profits. All right, folks, PPT methodology for life. Come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com, and thank you for watching. Take care.